one. Take it in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Buffalo. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
First down throw, Mahomes. This caught right side by Worthy.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. Now, Mahomes. He's going to let this one go for Worthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up. It's DeMar Hamlin. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
On first down, it's Allen. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's to the left side, and taken in by Coleman.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
Third and a yard. He'll try and run here with Cook. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on third and a yard. Here's Allen. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. Allen to throw. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. That is Mike Dana working his way in there to record the sack.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the third sack of the game. This defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Now Allen facing 3rd and long. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. Oh, the defender able to get his head around and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to take possession here at their own 33.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. Now the Chiefs can call the first of their timeouts. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. We just saw a great example of it here.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
That's caught downfield. It's Kelsey. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They can still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. Right back to the air for Mahomes. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Mahomes now to throw again. This is caught toward the side of the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, Kansas City. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Butker's extra point is good. And the Chiefs draw closer here. It's 21-14. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Allen working from the pistol. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A huge play just before the half. It's a gain of 34. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
It was Jalen Watson who got the arm in there to break that one up.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
They'll try and throw for it with Allen. Now a shot downfield for Samuel. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I think we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Believe it or not, Mike, there are quarterbacks in the league that would rather take a sack than throw a ball away. Remember, that affects their completion percentage. So kudos to him for not being selfish, and I promise you that offensive line, they're taking note.
The future Hall of Famers connect. Mahomes to Kelsey one more time for a Chiefs first down.
First down 10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
That one is complete to Hartman. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He had 2 touchdowns earlier. Looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down. Off the play fake. Mahomes. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They motion the slot man left. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Throwing is Mahomes. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. That is caught side of the end zone. Xavier Worthy. Touchdown, KC. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His third touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 2. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. On play action, the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Throwing now on third and long. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Jaden Hicks on the tackle. From the gun, it's Allen. He's got that complete to Knox. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Allen on third down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. They'll come up here, first and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he'll be brought down on what will be the final act here in this third quarter. On on the move at the 14-yard line. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Cook. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll go play action here with Allen.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
And it looks like he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Yes, he does. 1st and goal coming up. Off the play fake, here's Allen. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Josh Allen, touchdown Bills. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. On 1st down, it's Mahomes. Now he'll run. And Mahomes, as smart as they come, hits the deck, but he's got the 1st down. He is dangerous when a play breaks down. A pickup of 18.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. A run with Pacheco.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Now 2nd and inches. Here's Pacheco. And he's going to fight forward. Didn't get a whole lot, but it's going to be enough to move the chains. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll run here. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7. Here comes second down. They'll run, and he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go. The game hanging in the balance, and a critical third down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Let's get in that end zone.
Here's Mahomes. That's hauled in at the 2. And they will get the conversion. He's tackled down near the goal line, so it's not a touchdown, but it will be first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
It's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
The Chiefs will set up for the 2-point conversion.
That's out quickly and complete. And he'll get in. An incredible, gutsy call. Pays off. They've taken the lead by 1. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in that landing zone, the ball only comes out to the 20-yard line. This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Allen. He's going to air this one out looking for Cooper. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. Let's see who they got. Now on 2nd and long. Cooper going in motion. Play action. It's Allen. He's going to look downfield once again. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big 3rd down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have 4th down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one.